it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. I think it's time that I get the March signature bound into my winter journal because let me check. Oh, yeah, it's March 1st. So let's get this going, shall we? I have my Creative Daily Journal for the winter. This will be the last signature that goes in there. And then I have some papers that I pulled out. I've got 8 sheets of the original composition notebook. That will turn, I glued 2 of them together, so that will be 4 pages, 4 folded pages when we're done. I have, these are just random things that I picked out. I have this pretty bag. This is, in fact, a bag. I know it is. Here it is. So we've got a bag right here. And then I sewed it onto this photo sleeve that came out of one of those old-fashioned, like really cheap photo albums that were just pages of these thin sleeves. I don't know why I have it, but it was sitting there. So I just went ahead and sewed it onto this bag so that that becomes a page. And I pulled out an Edith Holden book page. Oh, and I've got some washi too. I pulled out an Edith Holden book page that says March because I thought that would be a nice first page in our signature. Then I have out of this golden book encyclopedia. If you guys know me, you know I love these things. Eventually this cover will probably turn into a journal, but I pulled out one page from that. The pages are really nice because they're heavy and they're matte and they have interesting pictures. Some of them, this is like about diphtheria. Probably I'll cover that because that's not anything I really want to read. But anyway, I have that. And then I also printed out my Creepy Clover DigiKit that is available on Etsy. I'll link this down below. And I printed it double-sided. So I've got all those pages. I really like those. The greens are just beautiful. Getting to be spring. Oh, look at this creepy little dude. Isn't he the best? In addition to the kit that's available on Etsy, there are also freebie add-ons in my Facebook group. If you want to come over and get your freebies, I'll link the group right up there. And that's where this envelope came from. So this was a freebie, and I just printed this on both sides, and I cut it out because, well, who wants to watch that? That's boring. And it comes inked, so I have that as well. And then the final thing I have is this pretty piece of dyed green paper it's got very faint lines. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a nice weight and it's a nice texture. So I thought that would be a good one too. I lost my original template for binding in this one. That is the downside of not binding all 3 signatures at once. Let's take out our bookmark. I don't know what I did with the template, so we're going to have to make a new one for sewing in this last signature. You can tell that I kind of went off track there a little bit. It got a little crooked, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I do a single page per day. March has 31 days, right? 30 days has September, April, yeah. March has 31 days, and so I need to have 8 pages, 8 total folios, because each one gives you 4 writing surfaces. So there's one. I want to put the envelope in the middle, so that's 2. I'm not going to glue it closed until after I've sewn it into the signature, because then it'll hide those stitches. It'll close them right up in there, and that's always fun. We've got this one that I think will be the first page, so that's 3. Oh, I've got too many. Got these guys. That makes 7 because they're 8 pages, so that's going to be 4 folios. It's always very confusing. Oh no, what now? We're going to have way too many pages. Guess we'll have to make some hard decisions. I really like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. Did I say that was 8? Oh, and the other thing about this is it started to tear, and so I used some of the faux vintage tape that I made with Scotch tape and alcohol ink. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I put it on this, if you can see it. So that'll hold that in place for me. This is different. I think I might use this. So 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, so that's our 8 pages. All right then, maybe we won't use any digital pages this time. Bummer. All right, we'll use it to make embellishments. That's what we'll do. Okay, so let's see. We want to do the Edith Holden. I want to do. You may not want to, but I want to do the Edith Holden on the outside of the signature, but I want this to be the first page in the signature. So what I'm going to do, a lot of times I'll reinforce these Edith Holden books with washi tape anyway, because sometimes they're a little brittle. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this apart and put it back together like this. And that way it will be, this one can be the first page in the signature with the cute little eggs. Doesn't feel very springy here in Maine, but it'll get there eventually, right? So I've got this washi tape that I like. The colors are just beautiful. We'll go ahead and just stick those 2 pages together. I left just a tiny bit of a gap in there, so there's some room for them to fold without crashing into each other. Do I dare go all the way down the other side? Can I make it straight enough? Look at me living on the edge. Hoo-hoo. I did it. Woohoo, that's exciting. Okay, so I like those colors. We've made that page more secure, and it also now is in the order I want it to be. I think I might go ahead, I might add one of the kit pages, because I don't think I actually want to journal on these pages. I don't want to cover them up. So let's see, which one shall we add? I say it every month, but I like using the digitals in addition to the original pages, because that way you have some pages that are already decorated. If you don't have anything to say, or you're just not into it that day or something, the page is already decorated for you. And it's a nice little break sometimes. I like them all. How do we decide? Oh, I like this one too. I love this collage-y look. But, you know what? Let's use this one. I really like this one. It doesn't have a creepy guy on it, but that's all right. We can add one. Okay. Decision made. No lollygagging around here. Okay. And I will just fold that in half. Not very well. Come on, Brooke. You can do it. Grab my bone folder. Okay, so I think I want that one to be next. And then maybe we'll do one of the graph papers next. Well, 2 of them. As I said 3 times, I think. I will glue them together once it's bound. And then I like to kind of alternate. So maybe we'll do this guy next. And then we'll do graph paper. I just have it over there to the side where I've got a little more room. Look, it still has its hairy little threads in there. Sheesh. Okay, so we've got that one. I want the envelope to be in the middle, so we'll do this guy next. Make sure I get the bag in right side up. That'd probably be best, huh? How do I want it? I guess I want it like this. And, do I? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll do it like this. I guess it doesn't really matter at all, does it? It really doesn't. Just want to find out where it folds. Okay. And then I'll probably cover up the stitching in the back of the bag with something, because it's got the Paper Studio printed on it. And I don't want that. So there's another set of graph paper. Try to get those kind of lined up. I don't want to I don't want to turn it this way and tap it, because I'd like them to stay aligned the way I put them in. I don't want them scooting up or down more. Okay, so there's that. We're going to put the envelope in the middle, and I want to have it there. I want to sew through here, and that way we can fold it up and it'll be a cute little envelope in the middle to hold a journaling card or something. And I think what I'm going to do is just use a little bit of washi tape to tape it, to keep it in place, because my clips won't reach in that far to hold it. So just a little bit of washi tape will hold it where we want it. That will be perfect. Now I do have one set of graph paper left, which means that up at the front where I had all that stuff, I need to stick one in there. So I guess it'll be this. There we go. Okay, it does look like our photo page is going to stick out a little bit, and I don't want it to stick out at the bottom. I'd rather have it stick out at the top. So let's scoot that guy up so that when it goes on the shelf, the bottom part won't get squashed. But it's fine if it sticks out the top. That's no problem. Okay. Looking good. Now I'll open this up. Get out my handy dandy ruler. Not the decal ruler. Let's get out our Tim Holtz ruler. And just press that in there. Make sure we've got it folded the best we can. Get everything lined up. Get it all tucked down there into the center. And then we'll grab our clips and clip it. Now we want to make sure, oh, you know what? I let the composition pages slide, darn it. Come on, you guys, act right. Maybe I'll grab the bigger clip. Excuse me for reaching. Got this clip. I've got this clip. And I'll grab this clip. Okay, and then we'll grab this clip. And I also grabbed my threaded needle. Wow. Okay, so there's that. Set that aside for a second and pull this guy back out. So what I did was I cut a new template, just a strip of scrap paper that I also used for something else apparently. And I'm going to fold it in half. It's probably about 1 inch wide. It doesn't really matter how wide you make it, but it's the same height as the spine of the book. And I was careful to mark a T at the top. Got to make sure everything aligns. And now what I'm going to do is, let's see, how do I want to do this? I am going to line this up, and you guys can't see it, but I can see where the holes are. So I'm just going to go ahead and make holes, or dots, right where our existing holes are. And hopefully we will get our third signature to line up pretty well. I would certainly not do this for a book I was sending to someone else. For my own self, it's fine, but it is quite possibly going to be slightly wonky, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and open our journal up. I've got the back pocket all prepped. Can you believe we're already through February? That's insane. I may have some catching up to do. I went ahead and cut out on the Cricut. This is another piece of the Creepy Clover kit, and I printed it on sticker paper, so I've just got some embellishments. And then I have my marked days and dates, all the journal stickers from my kit, which is also on Etsy. And it was an older kit. By the time you see this video, this 2024 will be gone. I'll replace it, or it'll say 2025, or it won't say anything. Because, well, it's not 2024 anymore. Can't believe it's not, but it's not. All right, so those guys go in there. And we had already punched the holes in our spine when we made the cover. So I put little red dots on them so I could see them better, because this fabric is very busy. And I'm just going to make sure I can still see them. And that they're still poked. And they are. Okay, so now we'll take our template. And we'll take our... Ooh, move my needle, I'm going to lose it. So happy I'm almost finally at the end of the that set of binding thread, it was so brittle. It's not a set of binding thread, the spool, the card. This binding thread, I love that binding thread. Normally it is my absolute favorite, but that particular card was not good. Okay, so I'm going to take this with the T at the top and tuck it right in there, push it down. Make sure not to lay the whole thing down flat, because then you're going to knock your pages out of order or kind of splay them up a little bit. Where's my pokey tool? I like to use the pokey tool inside because it doesn't leave as big a hole. There it is. I thought I had it out, but no. Okay, so I've got that. And we'll go to our middle. And we'll go to the next one. And I'm using a 5-hole pamphlet stitch in this particular journal. Oh, no it didn't. I was afraid that pierced our flap. We don't want to pierce our flap. And then our top one. Set our template aside. Okay, great. We got our holes. They're actually, you know what? I'm not too fond. This one's going to get an extra air hole, as Shannon Green says. An extra breathing hole. Because that one went kind of weird. Make sure I'm pushing down straight through. It's still off. Stop it. Trying to get a better grip on it. A little bit hard because these pages are so much bigger. It's kind of hard to control them, but that will do. We'll be fine. Get this out of our way. Okay, now I have my binding needle. I've already threaded it. And what I've been doing, because this batch of thread has been kind of crunchy, I've been using my well-loved beeswax. You can buy that at, well, not Joann. Hobby Lobby. Any sewing store. Probably Walmart, too, in the sewing department. And I'm just running my thread through there. That keeps it from tangling and also lets you knot it more tightly and more securely. And this is so old it's falling apart. Little crumbs are falling off. Okay, so let's get this done. Let's see if we can get her done. I'm starting this one on the inside. No particular reason, just did. And this might be tricky doing this on camera because of the other signatures and all the stuff in this, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so let's go through our signatures, find our middle hole. I'm not crazy about using these bigger clips. They hold really well, but they make it heavy. Like they make the whole thing heavy for binding purposes. I'll go ahead and pull that through. Don't want to pull your tail through. If you want to, you can clip it. And that way, you won't pull it all the way through. Well, you might, I don't know. Probably would help you not do that. Okay, we'll get that pulled tight. And I'm going to go up to the next hole. And this one's a little trickier because, again, this fabric is so busy. So I'm going to, good grief, make you look at my whole journal while I get to the back. Get to the back. Get to the next hole. And I'm doing it in steps like this and instead of trying to do it all, like going through the cover and the signature at once, just to make it a little bit easier. Come on. You can do it. Almost there. Doing it kind of a few pages at a time because I don't think I'm going in at the right angle. Here we go. Did we get it that time? Maybe. Maybe not. This must be excruciating for you guys to watch. There's really no way for me to hold it so you can see it any better. Okay. I think we've almost got it. Yeet. And then through that last one. I'm crooning to my paper. Trying to make it act right. Now I've got it all twisted up. Okay. I don't like this. And that also tore a big hole in my envelope, and that doesn't make me happy. But we can fix it with washi tape. It'll be fine. Okay, pull those snug. And then what I'm going to do is, this is too terrible to make you guys watch, I will go up to the top hole. I'll go up to the top hole, and then I'll come back out here, or come back in here, go down to that hole, go down to that hole. Okay, I've got other videos about doing a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, but because this has so much in it already, this is just excruciating for you to watch. So I will pause it and I'll come back. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and you're welcome. I'm so glad. I left the camera going for a little bit just to see if I could get into a better rhythm of binding it. It turned into an epic battle. The thread I kept splitting the thread. It was awful. Do not attempt this at home. I don't think I like binding it in one signature at a time. That is my final answer. But, you know, what are you going to do? I finally got it done. I'm just checking now to see how the pages look before I tie it off. I really love this washi tape. I know the poor envelope in the center is going to need some attention because I brutalized it. It's looking pretty good. The photo sleeve is sticking out lower than I wanted it to, but those can be kind of tricky because they're so slippery. So I'll just live with it. I would not send this to someone else because I'm kind of mad at parts of it, but it will do just fine for my creative daily journal. Oh, here we are. Let's take off this washi tape. We might need it for patch jobs. Hard to say. I think I'll just stick it right here on the edge of my mat because, yep, we might need it. There we go. Let's make sure our threads are nice and taut. Give it another pull. Hopefully I have not split the thread anywhere else. Check the outside. Yep, pretty tight out there. I think we can go ahead and tie her up. Yeah, you would have had to rip your eyes out of your head if I left the camera running. You would have run screaming away and never come back. Which just goes to show you sometimes, even after you've made 100 journals, it just doesn't go as smoothly as you would like. And that's fine too. Okay, so I've got some knots in there. Let's cut that off. Let's see how bad our envelope looks. I've got my needle put away. Okay, just check it. Oh, yeah, so up here I've got some ripping. Probably when I come to do this page, I can cover up this part. It's not as bad as I thought, actually. And our little envelope folds up like that. Covers up that hot mess. Might need some right there. Oh, but I like it. It's cute. So let's go ahead and glue her closed. So I haven't tried out my tacky or my art glitter glue. Let's see if it's going to work today. Ew, what the heck is that? Something ooky just came out. It can't be rust because I have a rust-proof pin in there. Let's just see about this. I don't know, you guys. It looks like it might be rust. Well, that's upsetting. Maybe I can get out enough to do this. It's acting very mad. Well, I guess we better do both sides. Boy, today is not my crafty day, I'm thinking. Let's see if we can get this going a little better. It does look like it cleared up some, so that's a plus. There we go. Don't be icky, glue. Nope. It looks like it's got some rust in there. Guess I'm going to have to change pins. That's upsetting. So we'll close that. Oh, put glue up too high. Darn it. That's all right. I might be done crafting for the day, guys. Having hard troubles right here. Even my glue is giving me hard troubles. I guess some days are just like that, huh? Didn't glue very well down here. There we go. And now it's coming out everywhere. Don't do that. There, you can't really tell where that rust came out, so that's cool. I'll have to go scrub everything out. And where did I put my naughty pin? Oh, look at that. There is some rust on there. Can you guys see that? That is annoying. That is supposed to be rust proof. Well, I guess I will go find another one for it. So we'll put that aside. And then I think... It does look cute, doesn't it? I think what I want to do is put a little bit of washi tape right there. And I think I'll put some ulu on it. Just to make sure it stays where it's supposed to be. So really there's nothing you can't fix. It's all fine. I love how this tape goes with this kit. I think this might have been a Hobby Lobby. Long time ago. I'm just going to put that right there. Just to keep that hole from getting any worse. So that one's fine. And this is a piece I used to tape the envelope in place. And I might put some right there. Got this other piece sitting here, why not? Might as well use it up, right? So that's about it. Finally got this beaten into shape. It was not pretty. It was not easy. But we made it, you guys. We toughed it out. And I am pleased with my March journal. It's going to be so fun. I'm excited. So now I think it's safe, even though I'm having an off craft day, I think I'll be safe to go and glue my composition pages together and washi tape the edges. I'll put some kind of green washi tape down the edges and she will be ready to go. I'm very excited. Whoop, throwing things around now. Very excited about it. This is our March title page. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Just so I don't feel worried about using my stickers. Just to beat down this feeling of having an off craft day. I'm going to take my March. Where are my big scissors? Huh? Oh, they're there. All right, let's take this. Cut out our March 24. And again, these are my journal stickers. They are available in Etsy. And I'm going to cut off that 2024. Like nobody's business. A little tiny bit of it'll show, but you can't even really tell. So let me get that out of the way. And this was hand painted. I did these. And I like them. So let's get that off the sticker paper. And I'll put it right there. I like how the colors go too. So we've got our March. I'll either handwrite or make a sticker that says 2025. But that way we can use our March. And it's ready to go, you guys. I'm thrilled. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry that it was kind of, nothing happening, but we all have those days, I suppose. So I hope that your journaling is going well. I hope that you go check out the Etsy store, and I hope you'll come over and join the Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Just make sure to answer those 3 easy questions so that I know you're not a bot and you're a real person. And I will talk to you again really soon. All right. Bye.